Good morning, Wildcats. Welcome to our Valentine's Day Special. For HBWN, I'm Micah Witchin.
And I'm Sarah Gill. Today we will take a look at the surprising history behind Valentine's Day, as well as see what some students in our school have planned for this special day.
And we can't forget the story on a Lady Wildcat basketball player who's making a difference in our school.
Today is February 9th, 2016.
And HBWN starts right now. You would think the only historical figure of Valentine's Day is Cupid, who shoots his arrows and makes people fall in love.
However, the origin of Valentine's Day actually dates back to Roman times. The history behind this holiday will make you more appreciative of the love you can share. Here's the story.
It's that time of year again, Wildcats. Flowers, chocolates, romantic evenings, and that can only mean one thing, Valentine's Day. Many people here believe that Valentine's Day is in honor of a saint or even a made-up holiday made up by Hallmark. We here at Har-Ber Wildcat News took a personal interest, and here's what we found. The real origin dates back to ancient Rome. Emperor Claudius II, who banned marriages of young citizens because the idea that unmarried men fought better than married men, because that married men would be too weary about losing their lives. Saint Valentine would then go behind the emperor's order and marry young couples. He was then captured and tortured and later executed on February 14th. During this time in captivity, he helped one of the judge's blind daughters. The day before his execution, he wrote his daughter a letter and signed it, "From your Valentine." And this was seen as the first Valentine's letter ever sent, and history was made. There you go, Wildcats. Enjoy your Valentine's Day, and don't forget to be thankful that you don't have to go to work under an emperor that bans marriage. For HBWN, I'm Jessica Squires.
The history behind Valentine's Day is certainly an interesting and unexpected one.
We were inspired so much that we decided to hit the halls of Har-Ber to see just how much the students really knew about the origin of this day of love.
With Valentine's Day coming up, people from all over Har-Ber are feeling the love. And this year, they're going above and beyond. But do they really know the true meaning behind Valentine's Day? Okay, so Valentine's Day is rumored to be a Hallmark holiday, meaning that it was created for commercial purposes only. Do you believe that it's really all about the love or about the money?
I think it's all about the love. I think you should say, "I love you," and everyone should eat pink heart cookies and with sprinkles, and let's just make it fun. Let's just have a good time.
It's real. You gotta show your love to like your boyfriends and your girlfriends, and you gotta let people know like, yo, I'm in love with you. And that's a holiday, right?
Okay, so what is your typical Valentine's Day?
My typical Valentine's Day is, well, like any normal guy, getting something for his girl and just treating her like it's her special day.
I usually go out to eat with my family at Shogun's.
Okay, so what is your dream Valentine's Day date?
My dream Valentine's Day date would be for someone to fly me out to the mountains and stay in a lodge for a couple hours and just hang out.
Probably just on a boat ride on like the Italian River. Just that'd be nice at night, romantic, sweet, and nice.
Happy Valentine's Day, Wildcats. Be sure to treat your significant other to something special. For HBWN, I'm Sarah Gill.
Happy Valentine's Day from all of us here at HBWN.
We are going to take a quick commercial break, but stay tuned for our next story on J.C. Higgins, a powerful player on and off the court who was the first ever student to be in 9th grade and play on a varsity Har-Ber athletic team. HBWN will be right back.
140,000 students claim that they are physically abused at school. 3.2 billion kids are bullied each day. 90% of students from 4th to 10th grade claim that they've been bullied. Only you can prevent bullying.
Almost 1 out of every 4 students are bullied in school each year.
But did you know that over half the situations stop if a student peer intervenes?
It's time to join together and make a stand.
And whether you're an athlete,
in the band,
or finding your own passion,
stand up, because together we can make the difference.
Welcome back, Wildcats. We are proud to have a huge number of inspiring athletes in our school.
One of our athletes has set a legacy at an early age and inspires those around her to try harder and prove that age is just a number. Here's the story.
"1,344 minutes, 42 games, 3 seasons. That is what a typical athlete in a 7A West will experience if they're lucky. But for one athlete, she rose above all others and is setting an example for not only her newfound teammates, but for future Wildcats for years to come.
I watched JC when she was smaller, like playing with Sonics, and we knew she had a lot of potential. So I just kept an eye on her and really watched her hard as a 7th and 8th grader at Central, and just decided that she would be our first 9th grader to move up because she had the potential to step, just come out and help us immediately at the high school level.
I always wanted to play up for Har-Ber, but I didn't know if it was going to happen, and it wasn't going to be a make it or break it deal if I didn't. I liked Central, but I really wanted to play for Har-Ber. And my biggest fear probably coming up for Har-Ber was if I was going to be accepted or not as a 9th grader. And thankfully I came up here, I proved my role, I came up here and I was accepted.
For Coach Sandy Wright, she immediately recognized something much deeper than the simple talent of the game. It was a drive and determination that came from within.
First of all, she loves basketball, and that's she plays hard and gives it all she has every time she steps out on the court. She's a good ball handler and good shooter, and she has speed. And she's a 5'10" guard, so she had some good characteristics of being a good guard at the high school level.
Pure talent, honestly, when she walks out into the floor, you know that she's going to have a great game, and that's what's awesome. So her impact to the team is more bigger picture. She just helps us all out, and that's what's really cool about how she plays.
JC Higgins, the first freshman athlete to be given the opportunity to play at the varsity level. At just 14 years old, she quickly rose to be an inspiration for her teammates and a leader on and off the court.
Well, JC's vocal. She likes to talk, and she leads by example probably more than anything. And people can look at her other teammates and see that this is how hard I need to go. And I like that. She's a good quarterback.
You always need someone that's very talented at what they do and is able to keep that quiet. She knows she can score, but how she approaches that and how she carries herself with that is completely different than anybody else that I've played with.
I feel like going into practice with a winning mentality is really what sets me apart from a lot of people. I feel like I go in there and I work as hard as I can, and that pushes other people to work as hard as they can. So I feel like it's my role to lead the team.
With now over 3 years of experience at the varsity level, JC has learned opportunities like this come only to those who work for it. And one lesson that she has learned above all others are words that future Wildcats should take into consideration.
Just always be willing to put in hard work. You're not going to get good if you don't put in your hardest work. Don't ever goof off in practice, because practice is how you play, really. I've always learned that if you work hard, you play hard. If you mess up, then hustle always makes up for it.
With a history set, JC Higgins continues to demonstrate what it means to be a leader. Though the future is uncertain, the name JC Higgins will continue to echo through the halls of Har-Ber long after her years here with the Lady Wildcats. Be sure to look out for number 13, along with the rest of the Lady Wildcats. And remember, opportunities come for those who work for it. For WCSN, I'm Ashlyn Grace Brothers.
The Lady Wildcats are taking on the Bentonville Tigers this Friday right here at Har-Ber. So be sure to come out and support them and see JC in action.
That's it for this show. Don't forget to tune in next time for more great stories making headway in our community.
Remember, you can tune into our sister station, WCSN. It airs on the Springdale Public Schools YouTube channel before every Wildcat game.
And don't forget, we are also broadcasting on channel 219 of Cox Cable.
For HBWN, I'm Micah Witchin.
And I'm Sarah Gill. We'll see you next time.